My name is Jonathan Wood. I am the Head of International Arbitration at RPC, and I'm the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. I've been a solicitor for over 40 years in quite a varied practice. I started my life as a criminal defence lawyer up in the north of England, doing crime and magistrates' court work, family cases and the like. After about 7 years, I had a complete career change when I came down to London and joined a firm which specialised in international work, particularly in the fields of shipping, insurance and commodities. I worked for a number of years acting as the advisor to a British government department which provided support for British exporters, so a very strong international element in my career. Well, I think what the Excellence Awards do is provide an opportunity for validation by the profession's peers, as well as a jolly good evening out. Well, obviously, the title Excellence provides a clue to this. It's the delivery of a quality legal service, but in a truly international context. It's not just the one-off international case that might have been undertaken, but a consistent approach to developing an international practice or a practice in a particular international area. Something different, something that is unusual or innovative. Many firms are engaging in providing work in the international arena. We want something that strikes us being something that stands out off the page when we read the submission. And that is something which, as I say, is different to the general run of things. Well, I think that's one of the beauties of the Excellence Awards. There are other awards dished out by other organisations, but I think that they sometimes focused in particular areas, perhaps the city firms. But I think the beauty of the Law Society's Excellence Awards is that they are open to everyone in the profession throughout the country and abroad indeed. So that I think that it is this aspect of the awards which make them differentiate themselves from other awards that are available. I think what we're looking for is a cogent and structured approach which is supported by some evidence, a third-party recommendation, a client recommendation. What we don't want to see is a self-serving business development plan. I'm afraid that is something which turns the judges off it. But what we do like to see is something that is structured and has some evidence by way of support, as I say, from probably some third party, a client or organisation with whom the particular firm has worked. What we don't want to see is the self-serving approach, and what we don't want to see is puffery. There is quite a bit you come across people trying to sell themselves a little too much, when in fact what you want is something of substance. Well, I think the first tip is to encourage people to apply. I think that here is an opportunity to get some support and validation from their peers. So my first point is prospective entrants, please come forward and make an application. I think that people should not be put off by thinking that it is narrow in its field. As I say, there are many areas of the law which have an international aspect, so folks should be encouraged to approach the award, whatever field they are in, if it's got some international element. I think the other thing that we're looking for is to look at some real evidence of a significant difference to the way in which they practice in the international field. And that's the way I would summarise it. But I encourage all comers amongst the legal fraternity, both in this country and our colleagues abroad, to apply for recognition by the Law Society's Excellence Awards.